Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Did it start recording for all of you automatically? Oh, I'm going to do a record on this computer. Please ask.
Hello.
I'm not sure who the host is. Can you give me permission to record?
Hello, awkward moment.
Only one person has not joined, if I believe. I'm not wrong. Nasobi.
So I think Skinner, you're the host. Can you give us permission to record?
When I joined, it said in progress, so maybe it's already running.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
I think we're all supposed to record though.
Oh, I see.
If you're running for, if you're participating in it, you're supposed to record.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, Skinner, can you give us permission to record? So you just have to, I think, right click on our name.
Recording, I think, started already.
Yeah, but I think we're all supposed to record. If you're running, you're supposed to record. So you're supposed to record yourself if you're running for a position.
Okay.
So yeah, I think Skinner, do you know how to give permission to record?
Skinner, able to hear?
Sorry?
Can you give us permission to record? So you have to just right click on our name in the participants panel.
Yeah.
And give,
Just a moment.
I think it's there. I'm actually not sure how you just give it permission. You could probably start introducing ourselves while you do that, Skinner. All right. Thank you.
Yes.
I'm
Is it
also
okay?
recording. Yeah.
Yeah.
that works.
Yes, works fine.
Yeah, so if you're running for, if you're participating, you should record this meeting because you should upload it later on.
Yes.
Who's running for this round? Is anybody running?
I'm running partly for EOSBs. Yeah, but not to be elected in the last round or anything.
Okay. I'm also running. Anybody else?
No, I'm not. I don't have any proposal or sort of things. So I will just
This is-
participate.
The same here. I'm not have any problem. Just I would like to support the good idea. So like there are two persons.
So I am a part of EOSB's group, but I would also like to see what are the other proposals.
What group is that?
So I am also be with EOSBs.
Hobbies.
So yeah, but I would like to also know what are the other proposals are there, like so that it should be transparent and honest.
So anyway, it's nice to meet you all. And let me introduce myself shortly. I'm from South Korea, and I'm a community member and investor of EOS since 2017. I want to be a delegate one day, but not today. I'm here as a voter today. And I'm not good at communicating English, so please speak slowly and clearly for my vote. So I'd like to know who want to be a delegate. So your mic is off. Yeah.
I think me and Sebastian, did you say you want to be a delegate also?
Sorry.
I think Sebastian also said he's going.
Sebastian.
Yes, I'm
Only
running
one.
for EOSBs.
For USBs. Okay, so we got a couple USBs people. Cool. Yeah, I've got a presentation. Let me know. We could do introductions and talk, and then I could do my presentation, and Sebastian could do his, or Sebastian, you could do yours first.
No, you go. I mean, I can go first if you want to. It's not much. It's I'm not proposing EOS as the initiator. I'm just giving a little insight into it. And we thought if 4 of us can get to round number 2, then that would be nothing. So yeah.
Okay. You have you want to introduce yourself before we start?
Yes, I will introduce myself. I am come from Tunisia. I've fallen the rabbit hole of the cryptocurrency since early 2016, and so I got fascinated with EOS since 2017, the first month of June. So I got fascinated with the idea of the division of Dallarimar. And here we are right now. We are to build the Eden and to reach the consensus and to change the world and make a difference in our world. So today we'll go to begin to build for future community. I am not intent to participate, just I want to support the good idea, which would benefit for EOS and the US ecosystem. I play, by the way, I was as a US nation ambassador. I host some meetup here in my home to spread information and to spread education people potential of blockchain technology and the US.
Cool. Yeah, I think that's what
I'm so glad that, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I am from India, and I have been in the crypto for from 2017. I have also from the day one, I was a ICO investor when EOS started, and from there the journey started, and then till today I am supporting EOS. I was also a EOS Nation ambassador, and currently I am also working with JC for EOS Bees from India, and there are some other languages like Hindi and Bengali and so on and so forth. That's all. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, and I'm Sebastian. I'm from Germany. I'm with crypto since 2017 and right from the start. Yeah, I always liked it, and we have an active community over here. We have weekly meetups, which we do with Jitsi meetups like Zoom. Yeah, it's always fun. And now I'm with Bees, and because I think marketing is badly needed or really needed.
My name's Elias. Eli.
Thanks.
Oh, nice. Nice to meet you. I live in Michigan, and same. I've been with EOS since the beginning. Every time I hear you guys say that, I'm like, these people are really patient.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Some tough people. So similar story. I got into crypto maybe a year, a couple of years earlier, and just steam it and then do EOS. So I do have a proposal. Yeah, if you want to start, Sebastian, you could start with yours, and then I can go afterwards.
Yeah, then I start with mine. It's I just laid down the concept of EOSBs. How can I share my screen? Oh, it's prohibited to share the screen. So the host has to give me allowance to do so.
It's your connection is intermittent off. Disconnect. Is it for me? Only for me, or
Yeah.
you all?
No, Skinner, can you give the access to Sebastian? So
Yeah,
that,
Sebastian. Yeah.
so that he can run the slides over.
Also for me. Do you have permission, Sebastian, to share?
No, not yet.
Yeah, okay.
What are we waiting for? Sebastian, do you have something to share
Yeah,
to me?
it says the host prohibits sharing my screen, so I can't screen.
Yeah. Could you give
I
Sebastian
mean, I
permission
could
to share
anyways,
screen?
but
And also, I'd like that also. So permission to share the screen. Hopefully, it's the same thing as record.
yeah, maybe left click, right click.
All right. Do you have permission?
Do you?
Sebastian, do you have permission to share the screen?
No.
Okay.
It always says, it gives me this.
How much time for the first round?
15 minutes.
So I think we have to quickly, otherwise you can start without screen sharing.
Yeah, I will start mine.
Another
without-
2 minutes.
Skinner,
I think another 1 or 2 minutes are there.
Skinner, are you
There are
able to
26
share
minutes.
to share the screen? Skinner.
I mean, I can send you the link to the Google Doc, and then you can read for yourself, you know.
Skinner, are you able to share the screen?
Sorry, one more time.
Did you try to give Sebastian permission to share the screen?
Oh yeah, hold on.
Okay. Yeah, you might have to share the Google Doc, but it'd be nice if we share the screen.
But the timing is still suitable for us. Still for us, 25 minutes, so we could take our time until reach consensus.
I transfer host right to Sebastian. Okay.
Okay.
That works.
Okay.
Oh, okay, it works. It works. Nice. So now this is from Jeffy. He wrote this down. Those are the election points, so to say. Yeah. So I'm just going to read it, and if there are questions, just ask. The biggest problem in EOS is negative sentiment across social platforms due to lack of marketing. EOSBs will solve it by sharing EOS benefits, correcting misconceptions, and engaging on all platforms and all languages using the B code to never insult or cause negative reactions. Secondly, the EOSBs will give EOS a competitive advantage in marketing because of how we can coordinate different languages. Each language is a hive that responds to the queen bee, which is in this case Jessie Jaffe, for 1 year, and after that EOS bees will be transformed into a DAO, who will organize all hives to achieve global goals that other chains cannot. Here's how EOS bees roles work. So we have the queen bee. It's like Jessie Jaffe at the moment, who coordinates the languages. The princess bee would be like a person like me in the German language, for example. I would be the princess for the German hive now. That's strategy for language hive. Then the worker bee, which sets unique marketing strategies, and the scout, which was their worker bee to achieve high engagement on content. And yeah, there's also a video explanation. It's a very short video. I think we can just.
Sebastian, you just copy and give to everybody so that.
Sorry, what?
So you just copy and paste in the chat box so that everybody can go through in the lecture.
Okay, sure.
Sebastian, are you queen bee
It's like
or princess?
No, queen bee is Jessie Jaffe. He is the one who initiated EOS bees. And after 1 year, EOS bees will be transformed into a DAO, and then the new queen bee can be elected. But for now, he will be the leader for the English bridge to other languages.
No, just my question is, what is your title at the moment? Worker bee or yeah?
Mine would be princess for the German language.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you watching it?
Yeah. Oh. No.
Hey, can I have a question for
Yeah.
Sebastian? Do you have some background in marketing study or
yes,
something?
I do. I worked for Mazi Consulting, and they did a lot of marketing for the ICOs in 2017 and 18. Yeah, it's based in California. It's a marketing company. Yeah. So I have a little bit of background there, but it might be a bit rusty by now.
Cool.
Okay.
Anybody any question on EOS bees?
Otherwise I would just finish it. It's not much. So there are like 12 languages by now. Some are further into the roadmap than others. And yeah, so EOS bees can start right away. And yeah. The other thing is that he wanted to highlight is that EOS bees can also run on half the budget, but that will be decided after the election. And if it does, then it would be only half as much work.
What's the budget for?
Still would work out. So
and one of the important thing I would also like to add for EOS B is that we do not need any software development budget or something like that.
Right.
Yeah, so we are running on only the marketing. So if you see the entire history of the EOS, the marketing is a major gap. So which EOS Bs can deliver in a much better way, in a much better fashion with all the languages, collaborating with the multiple people across the globe. So that's how the Bees model will work, so that we can engage multiple languages and only focusing the marketing, so that we can reach each of every corner of the world.
What's the budget used for?
The budget is for paying for the marketers. So it will paid positions to work as B, and the payment of those plus in the second half of our roadmap, there will be legacy marketing as well. So like paid
So we can-
advertisement on social
Yeah.
media or
Yes.
yeah.
So, okay, so you are actually the marketer and then and then possibly later.
Yeah, it's like a
third-party.
hierarchical structure to build up a singularity within different languages, so that the EOS community gets marketed in, or the EOS platform gets marketed in every language, kind of the same way. So there's not much room for.
And I have some questions.
Sure.
Do you know the project name is EOS support?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, but it's I think EOSB, this project is overlap with EOS support. What's the difference?
I was thinking about that as well, but I don't think it's an overlap because it's only focused on marketing, and the EOS support is based on giving the user base, which is already there, a tool. So if the community has questions, they can go to EOS support, but therefore they already have to be part of the EOS community. And to get people on board into the EOS community, that would be the part of EOSBs. You know what I mean?
No.
So EOSBs is only there for people who is there to get people into the boat who are not part of EOS yet, who don't have an Anchor wallet, or don't have a wallet yet, or an EOS account, and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
So there are two angles. Like if I would like to say, like there are two angles. One, there is a lot of FUD on EOS. There are a lot of bad reputation of EOS till now. And the second part, there are the awareness issues. Like a lot of people doesn't know about how EOS works. What are the capabilities of EOS? How the kind of performance EOS can deliver. So we will target both the places. Like wherever the FUD is there, then we'll attack them and we'll try to convince them. At the same time, we'll also while doing the marketing, we can do a better awareness ecosystem for that one.
So I think, Skinner, EOS support is incoming questions. EOSBs is to go outreach outside of the EOS normal people and get people in.
Yes,
Right.
yes.
So
Yes,
yeah.
absolutely. I think that's that.
Yeah. Then
You need that.
what?
Yeah.
Yeah. What kind of platform will be your EOSB's major? Or Twitter or some?
We will start on Reddit and Facebook and Twitter, but we will take all. Also, we want to reach all, and we also want to reach so all major social media platforms, even YouTube. And we also want to reach out to influencers who already have established a big user base, who are not into EOS or the crypto space. So like really go out there and yeah.
What is the incentive for newcomer to join USB?
What exactly?
The incentive to newcomer or to join to USB?
To join EOSBs would be if you are an Eden member, you can start as a worker bee right away, which is paid pretty nice, I think.
Yeah.
And it's paid all 2 weeks. So if you don't deliver on your on what you said you're gonna do, and yeah, you not deliver what you subscribe for, then the payment can be stopped right away. So there's a mechanism built into that so that fraud is prohibited. But yeah, it would be the pay essentially.
Right.
It is a good pay.
Could you make when you're if you're done, Sebastian, I'd like to do a presentation whenever, or if anybody.
So if there are no questions anymore, we can move on.
Yeah. And we could come back to questions too.
Right.
Could you make me ability to share screen? Still not able to share a screen. Or could you make me host, Sebastian? I think you're the host now, Sebastian.
I'm the host.
Yeah.
Should work now.
Yes. So I'll try to go a little bit fast. Skinner, let me know if, because time is kind of going, let me know if I'm going too fast. Can you guys see my screen? Is the PowerPoint or the Google?
Yeah.
Okay. So my presentation is for EOS voters. It's the same thing, to do outreach to outside of the EOS community. But the specific way I want to do it is to connect EOS community to Twitter and tighter. The reason I want to do it is because there's projects like Chainlink that are fantastic at Twitter outreach. So yeah, my name's Eli. I'm a software development manager at an insurtech company here in Southeast Michigan. I live in Ann Arbor, Michigan with my wife, 2 kids. Mentioned this, I created EOSvoters.com back in 2018 because of that big argument about the arbitration forums.
Yes.
You guys remember that stuff? Endless bickering. I added some stuff to it later on after that was done to track voters, to track VP voting, just for historical. I had also added tracking and news releases to it. So let me show that real quick. Oh, I can't be full screen, I guess. So that's something with, if you guys ever want historical, so it's something like this, where I track every article that EOS Nation has published. And also historically, you can see how many votes they received years back, since 2018. Also, last year I made something for voicereader.io. It's basically same thing. It's a little, remember when voice came out? I made a power tool to help you win the voice game. So generally I like making tools for well, it's been fun making tools for the EOS community. So the opportunity that I see is we don't have enough outreach, just like what Sebastian was saying about EOSBs. And the idea here is to engage more on Twitter with coordinated messaging, not reaction, but outreach with our messaging and go out. And it will help us to stay on top of mind for people out there, right? There's a big crypto world. We're just not relevant. So the solution is ready, aim, fire is what I call it. First is to create tools. The first tool, if I win round 1, I would create is a Twitter campaign tracker. Have you guys heard about EOS meme Telegram channel? No? So it's a channel on Telegram where there are, sometimes people give competitions like 50 EOS, where you create the best Twitter meme, and the most votes wins. So that idea, that's exactly what I want to make this an automated way of tracking it. And I also want to make a Telegram bot that updates, let's say in the EOS price or in the EOS channels, that says, right now the competition is still open. This entry has this many votes. This entry has this many votes. Please go and vote, right? So that'll get us from Telegram into Twitter to engage. If I went round 2, I want to make something a bigger version of that, just to track general engagement. So it'd be let's say Sebastian is one of the people that we track. Whoops. It would track his tweets that are EOS related. And if, let's say there's other people, also Debraj, let's say it's tracking you also. It compares your tweet, and whoever's is most engaged, it would post it in Telegram and say, hey, Sebastian's tweet about this, or reply to some Ethereum guy, is getting a lot of likes. It posts that, so it shows us again in Telegram, helps us get into Twitter to know there's something that we should be, it prompts us to get into Twitter.
Interesting.
The second part of that, so that's a small part of the funding I'm asking for. The second part is 5% of the funding I would use is to come up with themes for these competitions. An example theme is, why don't we, I think comparing ourselves to other coins is a winning strategy. So why don't we compare ourselves, let's say first to Ripple. Every week it would be a different competition, like how is our relationship with SEC compared to Ripple, right? We're winning. How is decentralization, Ripple versus, it's no question. How is our infrastructure? You guys remember when Ripple's one DNS server went down and the whole outage? There's no question. So we're just not comparing ourselves. I think comparing ourselves, because we are actually technically much stronger, EOS is a winning strategy. So that's some of the strategy that we could come up with. And the third part of the solution is to fund these content creators. So one of them is EOS meme. Another one, of course, Sebastian Diraj, is EOS bees. And third one would be external, like podcasters and stuff like that. So how would I use the proceeds? So except for the first month I would use this is for the first round. Actually, for the second round too, I use 60% of the first month towards dev tools, but otherwise it's going to be 5% to dev tool maintenance, 5% research. Basically, somebody has to come up with these talking points for the themes, and the rest of it, 45%, would be to EOS memes. The other 45% is EOS. So this idea of fun theme competitions is our messaging is straight and go out with it. The EOSBs and other funding here is whatever EOSBs does, right? It's more reactionary. You guys are out there. So it'd be to fund you guys also. So more details. If I went round 1, I would develop the campaign tracker. Right away also, I would start basically next week. The campaigns theme, the competition funding would look like, let's say 25 EOS to create a Twitter meme that compares Ripple infrastructure to EOS, right? Something like that. After that, after the tool is done, all the funding would really go to competitions or to fund EOSBs. I break it down for round 2 also. It's pretty much the same except for right away fund EOSBs. If I went round 2. If I went round 3 is we really need some media outreach office. So it's all about marketing and out to the world, getting people in. And that's it. Do you guys have any questions?
So do you have any
So-
tracking mechanism how the engagement model works, like how Twitter engagement and on like against that, like what
For
is
the
that?
campaign tracker is pretty basic. So it'd be campaign, right? Let's say it's the EOS Ripple infrastructure comparing campaign. When you create a Twitter one, you also have to say, hey, you post the URL of the tweet. And then I would track the URL to the tweet to see how many people are liking it and update Telegram. For the other one, for the Twitter engagement tracker, that one still needs a little thought, but it would track individuals, Debraj, Sebastian, pro EOS. We also want to track outside of EOS that are maybe against EOS. And anytime they mention EOS, I think we want to say, hey, post it in the EOS channel that, hey, this guy's crapping on EOS, so we could go and respond. So it's a two-way tracking. And that's the tricky part. How do we know when we're talking about EOS? If they mention EOS, easy, but otherwise, how do we know that? But it's doable. So that still needs to be designed essentially. Any other questions? Or is that answer your question, Debraj?
Yes, yes.
And how much you said, I mean, you said this right there, EOSBs. So if you are elected in round 2, you are going to give some of your proceeds to EOSBs, or how exactly?
So if it's round 2, at least 45%. This is after the first month. So the second month, first month, 60% would go to dev. It's pretty, I'm a developer too, so I'll be developing part of it. My part would be free, but I will have some help. So after the second month, I would fund, well, at least 45% is gonna go towards these themed competitions, outward messaging. But yeah, the other part that we don't do will go to EOSBs. And in the beginning, I know I'm not gonna have time, but possibly later also to podcasters and stuff like that. But that's a lot of work. So yeah, probably 45% in the second month to EOSBs if I would want to.
Yeah, I'm sure EOSBs could use a tool like this.
Yes, I was also thinking, so we can do some collaboration and I think we can work together.
Yeah, I think maybe I should have wrote this just as a tool and without the funding. I do think, yeah, these tools are necessary just to kind of bring, because Chainlink is wonderful on Twitter, man. You guys, I only follow EOS people, but they're in my Twitter. I can't get them out of my Twitter. So I don't know, that formula that they use is really engaged. So yeah, EOS needs something. So I'm glad EOSBs exist too, because we need the outreach.
There's some common between proposals, so fine.
Say that again.
Your pose. So yeah, especially to
Voice is not clear.
army, like the army. Link, for example, they were or GD. So it will build army for some
The connection is like
Yeah.
extremely
when
bad.
some
You know.
Yeah, we cannot hear you. You're breaking up a lot. You're breaking up a lot. So yeah, that's I think my end of the conversation. We maybe could talk about generally EOSBs and any other thoughts too. So sorry, yeah, we couldn't hear you, but feel free to try it again.
or
Now,
My point. So I said that it's possible for hear me.
no,
Yeah.
not enough.
No.
I cannot hear you.
Do we have
Um,
a VPN on?
so what for EOSBs, you guys are okay. So you guys gonna be engaging on Twitter. How do you guys come up with your campaigns? Or do you guys have outreach messaging? Or what's
So basically, like I'll just give an example. Like, so we are just building the worker bees, and so I'm just giving an example of India. So we have just started the building the team, and you know, so it's more of a language, language. Like there are in India, like there are 25 languages are there.
Yeah.
So some of the we have taken some of the popular language which is majorly used.
Yeah.
And we take one of them who are basically crypto familiar and who is already working on the EOS, or we have already, you know, so we bring those people. So we are also trying to reach some of the you know, influential in the language space only. Like suppose there is X language, Hindi language, so that there are some influential people are there. So we are trying to reach them.
Yeah.
Because there are two kinds of you know, people in any crypto. One who's the investor, the other one who is the developer.
Yeah.
So for the investor, you know, how it works, like the how in India, how the ecosystem works, not only in India and outside India also, like the very much it has been driven through the influencer. So we are trying to do a campaign. So it is in the strategical phase. We are in the discussion phase. So we are trying to reach the influential people and try to understand what kind of engagement, what are the charges, and how they can, how we can engage with them in a more frequently. What are the content we can come up and things like that. That is the first time. So we're trying to promote through a Facebook campaign or some other, mainly for the Facebook with the Facebook campaign, and try to get the people. So that's how. So it may be a lead generation campaign or something like that. So that's how we have started planning. So more of right now, so that is one approach. And second thing, like we also bring the developer back. Like I personally have seen that, you know, many developers have left our EOS and they have joined to Solana or uh, some other dot and some other community.
Yeah.
So we have to bring them back. The major problem is like there is a funding challenges. You know, they are trying to build something, but they're not getting any fund from the EOS community or block.one. So that's how the gap is. So we're trying to find out the gap, and then accordingly we're trying to address them. So that, okay, we have come up. See, these are the changes already happened. EOS Foundation has been built. Now we are, so these are the awareness campaign we're going to start, and then more engagement with the developer side as well as.
Cool. Yeah, it's needed. You know, we're living in our own bubble a little bit, so we do need to get out.
Yeah.
And the sad part is it's because we truly are decentralized. We don't have anybody that says.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
That's the ironic part. And then they beat us up about not being decentralized. So yeah, this I'm glad USBs exist.
And the best part is, like, you know, what we're trying to see, it has to be organically, it has to be maintained and sustainable model. Like that's what our approach should be always.
Yeah. Yes.
So anybody has done any trial election before that, or this is a first election for everyone?
I was in the last election, trial election.
Okay. I was unfortunate, like, I have tried to join, but link does not work and I could not join last time.
Oh, yeah, it was a little fast.
Yeah.
Okay.
So in the first round, after first round, any voting or anything is will be there, like how it will work?
This time, last time? Oh yeah, there was voting. It was just on a Google Sheet. So
No.
none of this.
Okay, so this time how it will work? Like, after this discussion, how things will work?
Right now you could start voting, right? So yeah, you guys should vote.
How to do?
We have almost 3 and 30 seconds left
Yep, you
to
have 3
vote.
minutes.
To vote.
You have to go back to the election page and then put your vote in. I'm gonna try to vote actually right now. With my Anchor mobile app, but I'm getting some errors. Are you guys voting successfully? I'm getting signing errors. You could vote, you could change your vote until the time is over. So
Okay.
yeah, it's a good process. I mean, so next time I would do is I think it's good process because everybody gets to know each other. So I think spending time introduction. Next time we do election, I would recommend immediately start with introductions. It's good to know everybody and what everybody knows and stuff like that. So Debrad, Sebastian, you guys are leading the charge out there. Good to know you guys are out there.
Yeah. This is a fantastic system. This is a fantastic system.
Yeah.
So
Skinner,
Elias,
On my side,
you are from Michigan, you have
Yeah.
told. USA.
Yep. Yeah, wow. Skinner, and what do you guys do for work? Are you in tech developer or marketing or something?
Sorry, but we have no time for make a consensus. Well, we have to make 4 vote for one person to make a consensus. If not so, this group there's no delegate.
That's true.
So please
for myself,
make a vote. We have no time, just 1 minute left.
I finished the vote here.
Is it a transaction is okay? I cannot see update to vote.
Yeah, either vote or
For myself, it's finished here. Consensus already reached.
Oh, it is.
Okay, one more.
oh, you guys already voted. Very cool. Nice. It doesn't show it here. Very cool.
10 seconds.
Yeah, I appreciate it, guys.
Good luck, Elias, for the next round, and should support ESB for the next level, for the next round.
Yep. Yeah, I gotta get this done, man. And I won't let you guys down with these tools. And hopefully, hopefully they'll be useful for the OSBs also. So appreciate
Nice to meet you, everyone.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, everyone.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you. Bye.
Sorry, but who is delegate? Eli?
Yeah.
You?
Yeah.
I
It's
think
done?
so.
So in
Uh,
the
something-
next round, how it will work?
Something problem?
Meeting group numbers finalizing. It looks like it's doing it. Yeah,
You are delegate, right?
believe so. Yes.
Eli, okay.
And I did, oh, Jesse Jaffe is the next one. Sorry. Okay, I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Bye. Have a nice time.
Thanks. It was nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you all.
Good luck, Eli.
Bye-bye.